collectors nationwide and abroad. It's time to get hype. Come on. About the hobby we are all a part of. Live from the Mojo Break Studios. It's Dan and Doug. Check it out. Come on. So, get hype. Be hype. This is The Hype.
What is going down, everyone? The Hype is back for episode number 117. MojoBreak.com is the website. You can check out our breaks. Everything is scheduled, everything's guaranteed, and we do all sports, so check it out. But today's show is going to be an exciting one. We're going to go over Draft Jumbo, some of the early sales on that. We're going to talk Prizm, some sales on that. We're going to do Are You High again, and we're going to end it with Guess That Price. Fun game that we do. Me and C-Rad are going to be battling for the win today's show. So, we basically pull some eBay listings, and we got to guess that price. So you can play along at home as well, or if you're live in the chat, we appreciate you guys watching live. It means a lot to us for you guys to come in and contribute to the chat. We do appreciate it. We've got Upper Deck Buyback Hockey in stock. We're going to be doing that today. 4 sold-out cases. We have a 5th one posted. And I think we only have a few more cases after that. And then on the schedule for the rest of the week, more Prizm basketball, more Bowman draft. We got the Fast Break Prizm in. We're going to have the Fanatics Prizm in. We got the Prizm Retail in. We got the Prizm First Off the Line in. It's prismed out. I mean, it's just shiny. All things shiny is going down at MojoBreak.com this week. We also got some football, too. Football season well underway. Go Niners. But anyways, Dan, what's going down?
What's up?
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
Good. Are you ready for Christmas?
No, not necessarily.
When are you going shopping?
Whenever I feel like it.
C-Rad, you ready for Christmas?
Yeah, don't forget about Prizm Holiday Edition with the snow falling in the background.
They have that, too? Mm-hmm. Is that a real thing, or you just made that up?
Well, they made a Hoops Holiday Edition, so I'm just
right.
assuming they're going to make
I'll tell you whatever I'm going to be doing. It's going to be face-to-face, though.
You're going to go to face-to-face
I'm going to do
commerce?
face-to-face commerce. I'm trying to keep the American economy, strong and thriving.
So you just don't value your time very well?
Nope.
Okay.
I just
like to waste time and money.
Face-to-face commerce, just give people cash money, get change back. Remember what that's like, Doug?
What if you did, would you be open to doing transactions if it was like a Google Hangout transaction where you're actually face-to-face through the internet?
That's not face-to-face.
It is. You're looking at each other in the eye.
In the eye?
Yeah.
The one eye?
I mean, that'd be like face-to-face, right? And you save yourself some time. It's like a hybrid of what you're doing and then buying online as well.
Nah, man, I believe in face-to-face commerce.
Oh, okay.
I'm old school.
Yeah,
I'm old school.
Dan's 70. 70. Still got a Nokia Razor Motorola phone, one of those. He's got one of those going down. But in the slide, you can see one of my favorite Christmas movies is 4 Christmases, so shout out to that. Vince Vaughn, classic role there. But we'll get right into Bowman Draft and the early sales. I wanted to preface this by saying I don't think we've seen a Bowman Draft class this good since we've been breaking. What do you think? I mean, obviously it's early. These guys haven't taken Major League at-bats yet, but like the amount of star power in the first 6 picks is ridiculous.
I think we don't know, but what I will say is that I don't recall hitters are a lot like quarterbacks, right? And pitchers are kind of like defensive players.
Okay.
If you were to do the analogy between baseball and football.
Centers and basketball?
And centers and basketball.
Okay.
Or guys who are in the G League. I don't know. But this is the one year where you look at the checklist and it's loaded with hitters. Light on the pitchers. And hitters are what really drive the prospect market. So I think that's what we're looking at. And when we say it's stacked, we mean it's stacked with hitters. Because we don't know what these players are going to do.
We don't.
We do know that they did include the 1st overall pick and the 3rd overall pick.
Yep.
Which is kind of unusual for draft. Usually they'll pick one or the other and then save the other one for maybe the next year's Bowman.
Right.
But they already have Bobby Witt Jr. going to be in 2020 Bowman, which
Already
is
announced.
the second overall pick So I think this is one of those products that it's going to go up. It's going to dry up. In 2 to 3 years, everybody's going to be going crazy over it. If you just hold it for a little while, it could be
absolutely. If you're,
it could be that can definitely be a good investment in about 3 to 4 years.
if you have the willpower, if you're sitting on a case or maybe even a box, it is literally like a stock or that. Unlike the cards in the case, sometimes that is a pretty proven investment. You can look at any of the years of Bowman Draft; they've all gone up. Even some of the bad ones have still at least gone up a little bit. They've never dipped under the release day pricing. So, but how do you practice self-control with that? If you're a card collector, how do you not open that case up?
Jeff has been has Dan been smoking or drinking today? Well, me, if you're talking about weed, I don't do drugs.
But seriously, yeah. So how do you restrain yourself from not opening that case? That's the hard part. I mean, and then also, this is like the what might.
It has to be out of sight, out of mind.
So you got to just
you can't basically like have the case and
put it on your dresser.
Or have it in view constantly. You gotta. If you have like a storage locker or something like that, you got to take it and put it somewhere where you're not going to be tempted.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the tough thing. Maybe give it to a friend. But then there's also that the fear of missing out that you may sell it later, and then you're like, well, what if there was a Superfractor Rushman in there or a Superfractor JJ Bleday? You got to kind of not think about that. You got to kind of not like wonder what could be in the case.
You could do that with anything in your life.
You could. But, it actually is pretty astounding if you look at the draft. I think just by looking at it, the first 15 picks are in Bowman Draft besides Bobby Witt. So you've got Adley Rushman, you got Andrew Vaughn, you got J.J. Bleday, you got Riley Green, you got C.J. Abrams, Nick Lodolo was the first pitcher taken, Josh Young, Rangers, Shea Langoliers for the Braves, Hunter Bishop, Alec Manoah, Brett Batty, all those guys are in Bowman Draft. It's phenomenal, the amount of potential talent. So
are you saying 2020 Bowman could suffer because Bowman Draft is so good? Or because, 2020 Bobby Witt probably can't be the only guy who's going to be driving that product. Now, if they, and this is speculation.
I know where you're going.
If they get Jason Dominguez in that set in 2020 Bowman, it may be one of the biggest Bowman releases we've ever seen. How about that? How about that?
If I'm a betting man,
Dominguez looks like a ball player.
Dominguez does.
Yeah, actually, you know what he does look like? A Yankee.
He does fit the Yankee look.
Looks like a Yankee.
Speaking of Yankees, does Garrett Cole look like a Yankee?
He does now. He's got that Yankee money.
He's got that Yankee money. It was actually funny. We were talking about it earlier. He was actually drafted out of high school by the Yankees, 28th overall.
In 2006?
Something like that. And he was offered a $4 million signing bonus, and he turned it down, went to college, UCLA. Brandon Crawford, I think they played together. I think that's how the connection was made, I'm assuming. And, the rest is history. He's back on the Yankees, but they didn't get him for a $4 million signing bonus. They paid a little bit more than that.
So Garrett Cole is married to Brandon Crawford's sister?
Yes.
Cool.
Christmas is at their house this year.
So he's a giant by blood.
Kind of.
Blood.
Really. But
hey, it's cool, man. Giants got Zach Cozart.
But if I'm looking at why they did this, why they put so much talent in draft, all signs point to possibly having Jason Dominguez, because they're like, hey, we don't need these guys in Bowman. We got Jason Dominguez and Bobby Witt. It doesn't matter. So, I can't see them holding out Jason Dominguez for Chrome.
All right, Doug, I want to know right now, how much are the Yankees in a PYT jumbo case? I need to know now.
Man. At least seven.
Seven?
6? 7?
At least 7.
5?
7?
Mm-hmm.
$7?
Could be 10.
$700? $7,000?
Maybe 12.
I think 12.
$700,000? $7 million?
5.
Could be 5. 5 could be the price.
It's the Yankees.
But Jason Dominguez might be one of the biggest international prospects we've seen.
Yeah.
And it's the perfect scenario because he's a Yankee.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. There's going to be so much hype. It could be, Max in the chat saying the Zion of baseball. C-Bob, Mr. Kramer is asking, do you guys actually follow single A, double A, and triple A? I follow as much as I can, but I think there's 75,000 teams. But I try to keep up with all the guys that are coming out of Bowman, and of course, you see me wearing my San Jose Giants, so I keep up with them and the Giants organization, and I try to. I'm subscribed to Baseball America, so that's another tool for you prospectors, or if you're just getting into collecting Bowman and you want to get some data on these guys. Baseball America is a good kind of non-collecting, reference there. Obviously, the Blowout Forum guys are great. Japers on Blowout, he's constantly posting about Bowman and stuff like that and ranking these guys. So Bowman, for you guys that don't collect baseball, I mean, it's a fun little thing because you could have 3-4 years. Trout was drafted in 2009. His cards didn't really start picking up until 12, 13. So you've got a lot of time on your investment, unlike basketball and football where it's usually pretty immediate that these guys start playing right away. So it's if you got to have patience with baseball. But you have a lot of off seasons to buy these guys before they get called up. I mean, Wander Franco's prices have dipped a little bit. He's number one ranked prospect. Royce Lewis right now currently is a little bit on the lower side. So there's a lot of off seasons where you can kind of speculate and buy and sell. Getting into some of the autographs, there's some early eBay sales or asking prices, I should say. Adley Rushman Orange, somebody's trying to get $10,000 for. The Andrew Vaughn Insert Superfractor, the class of 2019, which is an amazing design. Somebody's trying to get $12,000 for. Speaking of Adley Rushman, we had one of the most insane cases today that it probably will never have a case this good. It's in the next slide. In the same jumbo case, we hit a George Kirby Superfractor 101. He was like the 20th overall pick. He is a pitcher, but it's a Superfractor. It's the best card of his that will ever be made. There will never be a card better for George Kirby. So if he's, Clayton Kershaw or whatnot, that's his best card. And we hit an Adley Rushman red, true red, number to 5. So don't know what that's worth, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. I don't know. Sky's the limit on that. Number 1 overall pick, pure hitting talent. Huge card. So congrats to Jameson who hit that. We actually just overnighted it for him, so he's going to do what he wants to do with that card. Just pure insanity. That's a 1 in 91,000 chance at a Superfractor auto per pack and a 1 in 18,000 chance on a red refractor, and they came out of the same case. Just insane. Will never happen again.
And we talked about this in the during the break that if you pull that Rushman, now Rushman is the first overall pick, hitter, catcher, usually a pretty fast track to the major leagues. That is a card that I personally think it can't devalue. You have a year where you can watch him go in the minors. He's probably going to go up the ranks relatively fast, probably start at single A, maybe at double A by the end of the year. He's probably only a year away from being in the majors because he is out of college.
Yeah.
So I think you maybe get it graded, hold on to it. You really can't lose. It could really only go up in a year.
And you're right.
I mean, the only thing that can really happen is he
quits baseball.
He
becomes Andrew Luck of baseball.
He retires,
Luck,
or if he has injury issues. I mean, the chances of being a first overall pick now with all the scouting and analytics that go on and a guy like not being able to hit is highly unlikely.
Correct.
I think they pretty got it. They got it locked down that like the first handful of guys who get drafted could play baseball, and they can basically do what they're supposed to do.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. Max says he could go Mickey Moniak get traded, well, Mickey Moniak didn't get traded; he just sucked.
But no, Mickey Moniak is probably gonna. He was drafted out of high school.
Yeah, and he wasn't known for his power.
So Mickey Moniak was never going to be on the fast track from playing high school and being the first overall pick to being in the major leagues a year later. You got to remember the guys who are drafted out of high school, they're going to have to go through the ranks. It's going to be a slower process for them to get to the majors. Very rarely do you see a high school player get drafted and by the time they're 18 or 19 years old, they're already in the majors. Right. It's usually they start in the minors at 18, they don't play college ball, and then by the time they hit 21, 22, then they're starting to make that jump into the majors.
Well, we do have one concern. It was brought up in the chat, and I expected it to. We were going to bring it up anyway. Jeff brings up the point, well, sell it now because he's a catcher. So if you look historically at any Bowman guy, there's not been a lot of catchers that sell. I don't know if there's ever been a prospect at the catcher position that has as much raw power. And if you haven't watched any videos, there's plenty of college videos of Rutschman. The swing is just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it's just a powerful swing. What do you say to that? What do you say to the fact that he's a catcher?
And if we were talking about a National League team and the DH didn't exist, I would absolutely agree with that. But if he hits, the Orioles are going to have to figure out, well, he may be more valuable as a DH. And maybe he won't catch every day.
Right.
Maybe he'll catch once in a while. Maybe he'll catch once every 5 days and DH the 4 other days the 4 other games out of the week, or 5 other games.
And unlike a Swanson or guys that have gotten like a Will Wilson, I guess, I don't think that the Orioles would trade him because like a death to your card would be like traded to the Marlins, right? I mean, if he gets traded to the Marlins, that's probably at the moment is probably cut in half his price.
I don't really.
I'm not saying the Orioles are a powerhouse either, but I'm just thinking the fact that that nullifies your DH point, right?
But it does. It would, but it never looks good if a team drafts a guy first overall, and within 6 months they trade that player away to somebody else.
Yeah.
I mean, you have the first overall pick. This should be a blue chip player that you're going to build a franchise around. Concerning to see it happen with Dansby Swanson, how he was drafted by the Diamondbacks and then moved to the Braves before I think he was on maybe 3 to 6 months. He was, and now he's in the majors.
Yeah.
But he's never been considered one of the star players or the main guys to build around on the Braves. And he's kind of a guy who just gets plugged in there.
Right. And I mean, the Orioles are in the Yankees division. So and the Orioles were 54 and 108 last year, one of the worst records in the baseball. I was going to say maybe the only other way they would trade him is if, come All-Star break, they're, hanging around first.
So you're saying that they had the worst record in baseball this year?
They were 54 and 108. I don't know if that was the worst. Detroit was 47.
Okay.
So it was one of the worst records.
So the Orioles are going to come back this year, and they're going to have looks like a top 3 pick.
Right.
So
1 or 2, yeah. So build upon that.
I mean, this is how you build. This is how you build a winner now.
But what I was saying was, that would be the case if, say he was drafted by, say, the Brewers, and they've already got a catcher or whatnot, or a team that already has a catcher, and it's come All-Star break, and they're a starter away from being a super team. They trade their first pick for, a Bumgarner or something like that. I don't think that's going to happen with the Orioles. I think you're safe with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the Orioles are going to turn it around and win 100 games this year.
No, I think they're what we like to say 5 years away from being 5 years away.
Right. And Busta brings up an amazing point for you. Ryan Mountcastle's coming up too.
Oh well, Ryan Mount. And then they, you know what? Ryan Mountcastle makes the team out of spring training. You may be looking at 100 spot. You may be looking at a 100 game team, 100 game winners right here. You may be looking at maybe they will trade Rutschman. Why have Rutschman when you got Mountcastle?
You got Mountcastle. So some other cards that, big names that are coming out of Bowman draft. You've got J.J. Bleday. Now, that's a guy that plays for the Marlins, so maybe that's a guy you want to sell if you hit a big card like this red. But you can see the prices are significantly lower because he plays for the Marlins compared to the other guys. And then you got C.J. Abrams, who does play for the Padres. The Padres are a sneaky team. I mean, they can be good one year, and then they can be the worst team in the league the next year. So they've got a lot of young talent. I believe they just traded away Luis Urias for some pitchers. I believe I don't know who was involved in that deal, but they moved some guys, and they always are a team that will spend some money in free agents to try to win. And you don't know. C.J. Abrams matched up with Manny Machado out there, and Tatis. So
I also don't think I don't know what the knock is on the Marlins. I think the Marlins they're in the full rebuild mode. So Bleday is going to be a guy that they're going to build around. So why would you be concerned about him getting traded? I don't think he's going
No,
anywhere.
I'm not concerned about him being traded. I'm just concerned about the fact that no Marlins prospect has really ever sold besides Stanton, who didn't really sell that well for what he was doing. Stanton was out there just smashing home runs. He still wasn't selling.
And Abrams, I think, is I think he's a middle infielder. And Urias, also middle infielder, right?
Yeah.
So they're saying that, like, Abrams is now on the fast track to...
Because they moved Urias. They were
Yeah.
so confident in Abrams. That's another good reason for Abrams. And I feel like Abrams' prices are a little low. I don't think he's a big power guy, but, with Machado there, they spent a lot of money in their future. We'll see. C-Rad, we're going to go into a Prizm segment. You both busted a lot of Prizm over the weekend. Any main differences from last year to this year? And we're talking in terms of the hobby. We'll start with the hobby version of 1920 Prizm basketball.
The only main difference I feel, because I open up a lot of it, is the amount of silvers that are coming out of the top guys compared to last year. So even with we've talked about it like forever this entire year about the Prizm production. Even with us knowing that they made significantly more Prizm and there's more SKUs of Prizms this year, I was hitting less silvers of Zion and John Morant and some of the other top guys than I was last year. Like,
Interesting.
Yeah, I know.
And I think I have a Prizm box in the next slide there.
I remember pulling a lot of silver Lucas that first weekend last year. That first week, maybe the first 2 weeks. Like at least like once every other break or so. Zion's been like once every 5-6 breaks.
Who do you think? I mean, obviously, it's a matter of what kind of cases you've got, right? But who do you think you're pulling more silvers of? I mean, it doesn't even have to be a top guy. What's the guy that just keeps coming out for you?
In terms of silvers, shoot, man, I put a good amount of Cam Reddish probably.
Okay.
Cam. DeAndre Hunter too, his teammate. Who else I've been pulling a lot of?
Me Fondue. I feel like we pulled a lot of him.
It's funny enough. I actually haven't been pulling too much of Kabengele. Yeah, I mean,
a lot
like
of Hawks.
I
Max
think,
says.
I feel like it is a lot of Hawks, but it's also because Hawks have a lot of rookies. I feel like I've been pulling this, so it's been spread out, right? I've been pulling silvers of all the rookies. It's just I've seen the top guys way less than I did last year. So I feel like it has been spread out pretty evenly amongst the other rookies that are not the top rookies. But that's why I can't even think of like guys that I pulled a lot of, because there isn't one guy that I pulled a lot of. It's been all the rookies, spread out. But
and what do you as far as Zion autos? Have you pulled Zion auto yet?
I pulled 2 Zion autos. Yes.
Okay.
Both base.
Both base
I think
autos.
that might be important to say. Both base.
Both base autos. Yeah, because I mean, there's a lot of people saying, "Hey, this seems like less autos." What do you think? I mean, obviously, we're not buying Prizm for the autograph content, but
Right.
would you say that the autograph subjects seem to be worse this year?
No,
It's
not.
on par.
It's on par.
Okay.
With any other year of Prizm.
Okay.
Bruh.
It just seems worse because the price is so much higher now.
Yeah, it definitely does. I mean, and you're right. Last year we were doing cases. This year the price has gotten so out of control that we're doing 6-box breaks. And
that might be it as well. I might feel like I've been pulling more Lucas because we were doing 12-box cases last year.
Well, I mean, we can be doing case breaks at $190 a spot.
I know.
and that basically it's what we got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just trying to give everybody the opportunity to get in on our breaks while we still have the product. So kind of stretching it out as much as we can and making it more affordable because of the box prices are insane. And like I said, like I said last week's show, it's a double-edged sword because we do want cheaper product, but then if we have cheaper product, then the cards are not going to sell as well as they are now. So, and that kind of goes to what's going on here. A Prizm, black gold, Zion, right? And it's his jersey number. I guess that helps. 1 out of 5. So the black golds are highly coveted. I think I pulled one this year. I think you pulled one. They were both vets. But 1 out of 5. 9 days left. The card is currently sitting at $25,000. So, and that's 9 days left. The card's, I don't know why I hate it when people charge shipping on a card like that. That just kills me.
And that would probably be more if it was domestic. I think a lot of U.S. buyers kind of steer away from the really high dollar international.
But those international guys are probably bidding on it as well, right?
No, yeah, but you're losing probably a fair amount of the domestic market in that, because there's some people who be like, well, I don't want to have to wait longer.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money to be kind of giving it to somebody and being like, okay, am I going to get it? It's international. Yeah. I'm going to have to pay $70 shipping on it. I know if you're spending $50,000 on a card, you're probably not, tripping about the $70 shipping.
Right. Where do you think that?
But I think, I mean, if I saw that, if I was nuts and was in the market for that card and I just had $40,000 burning a hole in my PayPal account, I would look at that and go, yeah, I'm going to probably buy something else. I don't know if I'm really going to be into the international. Would basically steer me away. I know you're protected on eBay, but do you want to have to do the runaround holding up your 50 grand trying to get your PayPal back?
What do you think that ends at, dude? What does this end at? Let's start with Dan. What do you think? And chat, go ahead and jump in. Where does that card end at?
It's actually more than I thought it would be at if it ended. I thought I wouldn't think it would be a $25,000 card. So I'm gonna say now, people are gonna pump the brakes a little bit. It's gonna be 32.
So I just got up there quick.
32,000.
Well, keep in mind, I guess the black.
Because keep in mind, there's still 4 of those.
4, but that's jersey number, bro.
Yeah, well, the thing about Zion is that every card that's made, that's numbered, there's going to be a possibility of getting his jersey number.
No.
And it's the
yeah.
And it's the best number to get, too. Because it's a double eBay 101.
Yeah, right.
It's the first one stamped.
Yeah,
First one stamped,
well, the obvious, if it doesn't get paid, it doesn't really matter. It can go up to $150,000.
Yeah.
If it doesn't get paid, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right. Well, supposedly the black sold for $55,000. So some people would be out of their goddamn mind to pay for more for a black gold, right? So I mean,
jersey number, bruh.
Well, so is the 1 of 1.
Nah, bruh.
I feel that 55 was low, bro. Somebody got to do
Oh, dude.
bro, I'm saying.
Dude, come on. Say that over again. Think about it. Think about what you just said.
$55,000 is low.
$55,000 is a good deal. Good deal. Good investment.
Low. I bet that guy that bought it for 55 flipped it already for 100.
Oh,
I bet you.
No.
I bet you he flipped it already for 100.
He probably doesn't have it in hand yet.
Straight cash, homie.
Dude, $55,000.
Yeah.
For a dude
He
who
flipped it
what's Zion averaging right now?
He's averaging 255 pounds.
Count it.
6'6" of height.
That's his
he,
numbers.
He ain't out there dunking, I'll tell you that.
Well, it's a funny thing because, it's about Christmas time, right? And this card may end.
Sorry, fam.
Well,
no Christmas presents this year.
No Christmas present for you, but
Daddy got a Zion 101.
Well, no, I'm just imagining, you know how guys come in and they're like, man, look, you don't see family members, you don't see friends sometimes for that whole year until Christmas comes around, right? And you're all getting together, and so hey, there's Rick's new car. Oh, you got a nice Mustang. Let me check it out. Pop open the trunk and everything. Oh, sweet, dude. How many people does it hold, right? And then you're that guy. You're like, well, what did you? Well, I got this car, dude. And you're like, wow. You're like, check this out. And they're like, wow, well, cool. That's pretty cool, man. I didn't know you collected cards. He's like, yeah, I paid $50,000 for that. And, what? Like, you paid more for this card than that Mustang outside?
I think everybody's...
I'm going to whoop your ass, son.
It's funny because I think every guy's probably been in this situation where, like, somebody buys a car or something, some type of, thing, right?
Yeah.
And everybody goes, hangs out, and you're at, like, a get-together, and everybody's just, like, kind of hovering around it, just, like, staring at it.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
awkwardly, like, bobbing your head. You're all, yeah. Cool. If it is a car, you have probably the hood popped, and you're just like,
hey, how's the gas mileage?
You're all looking at it, and again, imagine if like it's reversed and you had the same exact thing, and you just have a slabbed Zion just sitting on a table, and you're just like, all right, everybody, just hover around. Look at this.
Check out the corners.
Yeah, y'all look at that. Look at that slab.
They're all, what does he do? Has he won some games? You're like, nah. Yeah, he hasn't played. He got hurt. Yeah.
He's known for blowing out his shoe
Yeah. That guy. I remember him. Sebastian, thanks for the kind words, my man. How much should Sebastian pay for a Zion Prizm base rookie? What are those going for nowadays? I haven't even looked those up.
I think $30 to $40.
$30 to $40. You may be able to wait it out, Sebastian. Wait for a little bit more to be in the market, meaning like 100,000 of them to be in the market.
Yeah, a lot of people are getting them graded right now, so there's not as many on eBay like Dan was saying earlier.
And that's a good point. Doug was saying earlier before we went live, you like go on eBay right now and you're not seeing the market flooded, like a ton of Zion stuff. You're seeing like a silver here, silver there, insert silver here, maybe an auto here, but nothing crazy. And I was like, that's kind of crazy. I'm like, they didn't short print Zion. I maybe the autos, there may be less autos of Zion than other rookies, but he's in there. Doug got a good point. Maybe everybody has majority of it sent to BGS and PSA.
Right.
That's why you're not seeing it. It's in transit right now.
Well, some of them got to ship it to the trimmer first. You know what I'm saying? They got to like clean it up a little bit, so it might even be even longer. So it's Surface Guy. They got the Surface Guy.
In this
they got
industry,
the trimmer.
man, that is a sore subject.
You got to laugh about it now. You know,
well,
you know what's happening.
There's definitely
there's
definitely cleaners though.
So wait a second. So are we? You get this little Zion right here. This is a raw black gold Zion we're looking at.
Raw dog. Yep.
You take out the X-Acto knife and you go to town on that to clean it up.
No, you got a robot doing it.
You got a robot.
Yeah, these guys got like Gary Moser
Like
robot
3D
machines
printer?
or something.
You don't.
No, they got those. They got those like laser knives. I think.
You don't take the X-Acto knife out. And
no scissors.
Just you need something with pinpoint control.
You make it a die cut.
Star Wars lightsaber.
There you go. Exactly. There's something out there that I don't know because I don't scam people. But
because you're like,
there's something out there.
I mean, raw. If it's already at $25,000, what do you think you're gonna get? Comes back a 9.5. Mm-hmm. You think you're going to get 70, 80, 90? You got to find a buyer. You got to find somebody who's willing to spend that amount of money.
Well, that's why trimming a high dollar card it feels like it's too much of a risk. I mean, obviously, I would never scam or cut a card in my life because it's just scamming. But like, why would you take the risk on a card that's already $30,000? Sounds kind of dumb. But anyways, we're gonna prelude to Are You High? And this one is kind of kicking it off. Perfect segue. So somebody pulled a orange ice, and I believe those are out of retail, right?
Yes.
C-Red?
Yes.
What are those numbered to 25?
Out of hangers. They're not numbered.
But this guy is asking $100,000 for a Zion auto out of a retail. He got it at a Target.
So that's the dream.
It was you could dream all day, but nobody's going to give you $100,000.
That's the retail Walmart dream.
$100,000.
That's it right there. That's why you drive. That's why you drive 500 miles all across the state, maybe multiple states, and pick up all your retail.
That's right.
Because there's $100,000 bills in there.
There is. I mean, it's proof in the pudding right there.
I experimented with marijuana a time or two.
Yeah. Hey man, you can't do multiple drops at the same time.
It's such a yeah. I can't. I like pressing buttons.
No, I mean that was a
little much.
That was a little much.
I thought it was the remix. It was wiki on it. But anyways, Are You High? That's basically what this segment's about. We did it last week, bringing back a couple cards, a couple things we want to show you guys. It's just eBay listings where people's asking prices are out of this world, laughable, makes for a great segment. And we'll start with a Jose Uribe oversized card. Now, I don't know if the guy that's holding the card comes with it, but he's asking. It's a 1990 Jose Uribe rookie card. Rest in peace. 1986. And he's asking $7,357,410.01 for it. So, I mean, if the guy comes with it, it might be a good deal. Like you could get him to work for you.
Nah. Let's move on.
Clean
Let's move on.
Clean your dishes. You guys always got to take it another way.
Let's
I'm just
move
saying.
on.
It's like, well, I mean, he put his face on eBay.
I take it a different way because of the way you say it. There's only one way to take it.
Explain to me how you're taking it.
I don't need to. I want to know why does it say Jordan rookie card in the title?
I don't know.
Why does it say Jordan rookie card numbered 1986? And What's Jobu?
I have no idea. What is a Jobu? Enlighten me on that one. C-Rad's dead. Well, I'm just trying to justify the fact that it's $7 million. Maybe this guy's got a good resume and he could run your company for.
He's got the O face, is what he's got.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's great at marketing, so maybe you'd want to hire him. Does he come with the card? Maybe not. Probably not. But why?
You know what? Aribe is a good giant. He was a good giant.
He was a great giant.
He was a great giant.
Oh, Jobu was from Major League.
Okay, that's what but why would you put that in the title?
I don't know. Maybe it's hot topic.
The movie's like not even new.
And then there's this autographed Brett Favre football with a Falcons logo on it, because if some of you guys don't know or don't remember, he was drafted by the Falcons and he didn't play a game with them. But they're asking $1 million for that one. $1 million for a Brett Favre PSA DNA signed football. You can actually pay $500 on Cameo and get Brett Favre to tell your mom happy birthday. But for $1 million, you can get his autograph on a football.
Actually, I think Brett Favre has his own site where he sells signed memorabilia.
He does, and I think you can get stuff for like $500.
Well, obviously, if you're into sub-distributing, I think I found the avenue for you. You buy stuff for $500 on Brett Favre's site, then sell it for a cool $1 million on the old Bay.
Oh yeah. But we've got a few more. This one's Dan should go ahead and get in on this one. It's the Jameis Winston True 1-of-1 Auto Rookie Card Collection, most accomplished 23-year-old quarterback ever.
I agree.
$100,000. Now, to be fair, there is every big 1-of-1 in there, so it may actually seem like it's not that high, but it's Jameis Winston. Come on. The guy has more interceptions than he has touchdowns this year, and the one thing about this listing, it didn't age well because Jameis Winston's 25. So that means this listing has been up on eBay for 2 years.
I don't think that's that bad.
You know, why are you making an offer?
I got a lot of those,
dude.
You know what? We're gonna look back on this and go, I should have just picked that up for $100,000.
When he's working at Chick-fil-A,
no.
or
when he's dude, really?
When he's working at Walmart. Why does it always got to go that way? You guys, why does it always have to go there? Why is it always? And then my mic has to pop at the same time.
Dude, next one.
It's just pointing out the fact that he's 25 years of age. Yeah. This one actually has been floating around, and I've talked to multiple people. So it's a Kevin Durant 07-08 rookie, number to 99, PSA DNA auto to 10, and it has a Logo Man patch in there. I talked to people that used to work at Upper Deck. They did not put a Logo Man in there. And we've got our friend Mr. Probstein123 who's been peddling this bad boy, and it's fake. There's absolutely no way that's a real Logo Man in there. Now, the auto and the card is probably real, but somebody actually took out probably a plain white patch, or maybe Yeah,
but you got to blame. PSA has to be to blame here as well. They slabbed it.
But when you don't have any ethics, like Probstein123, you just throw up a knowingly fake card on eBay.
But you have a lot of people who are in the wrong. Yeah, the person who owns the card, who knows they switched out the patch. PSA, who basically doesn't do the research to figure out that Doug, you know a lot of people. I get it. Like you have avenues where you can find stuff out. Your PSA can't, I guess.
I guess not.
You know more people than they do.
I guess so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe you should do, because on a card like this, wouldn't you be like, you know what? I'm gonna contact somebody at Upper Deck who made this product and see if they can enlighten me a little bit about this.
They didn't put it in a 1-on-1. They just put in 99.
But they're to blame as well. And then Probstein, dude doesn't care.
He doesn't care. And then knowing people that Upper Deck back then was very, very meticulous. They would make the design for the Logo Man. Does that look like a design that was made for the Logo Man?
No. It looks
like somebody bought a jersey off eBay, cut the Logo Man out, and put it in this Kevin Durant card. Now, it's a very expensive card as it is, but it's not $250,000 good. And it's absolutely fake, and I don't know. It's actually been floating around for years. I think we brought this up one time before.
And I love how it's still on eBay.
Yeah.
It's like, Yeah, everybody in the room knows it's fake, but we're just going to try to trick somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody walks into this industry and say they have a lot of money, but they don't know.
Right.
And they send an offer of $100,000 thinking it's going to be a good investment.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Because nobody,
because you don't know.
You don't know. It's ridiculous. If I was a consigner and somebody sent me this card, I would send it back to him right away.
Well, I would send it, but even if Probstein didn't know, right? He knows now.
He had to have gotten emails about it.
He knows now. Yeah, he has to get emails. He probably gets hit up on eBay direct message on a pretty regular basis about the specific card. Because it's probably on the blowout form. I mean, I'm expecting you. It's probably been on there, right?
Yes.
The people have been talking about it.
Yep.
At what point do you go, you know what? I'm not sure if this card's legit. I'm just gonna wash my hands of it. I'm gonna pull it off my eBay account and just send it back to the owner.
Because his percentage, dude.
But he's like, no.
House.
He's like, no. He's like, I'm gonna out of sight, out of mind, dude.
To me, all that seems like is
he's like, I didn't make the card. I don't know.
Exactly. Well, I wanted to run through this next segment. We pulled a card, and it got me doing some research. Born in the 80s, didn't really follow a lot of old school baseball players. And I don't really collect vintage. So we pulled this card on Monday out of Flawless, and it's a cut auto, and it's Grover Alexander, right? So Philadelphia A's. He played for the Cardinals and Cubs as well.
Phillies.
Yeah, he actually
Philadelphia
Phillies. I'm sorry, Philadelphia Phillies. Well, on his Wikipedia page, one of his first games was against the A's. So that's why.
I get it. I just I don't want there to be confusion when
the person watching the break.
Yeah, exactly.
Philadelphia Phillies. Man, this guy's story is tremendous. Some of you guys that have followed baseball know about this guy, but this guy's got such a ridiculous story, and it's interesting that cardboard kind of intertwines with history on this one, because he was born in the late 1800s. And he just has a storied, just career. I mean, 1917. I mean, he made his debut in his rookie year. He had 28 wins, 31 complete games, which is also a thing of the past. 367 innings pitched. In 1917, the Phillies traded him and their catcher to the Cubs for Pickles Dillhofer and Mike Pendergrass.
Oh man, old Pickles
for and $60,000.
What was his last name?
Dillhofer.
Dillhofer.
Yeah, Pickles Dillhofer.
Pickles Dillhofer.
That's the greatest name ever.
Absolutely made up, right? Like not a real name.
Create a player.
Pickles Dillhofer.
Pickles Dillhofer. And they traded him and another guy and $60,000. And the Phillies owner said later he admitted he just needed the money.
Dixie Classic.
So the guy needed the money, traded players. That's what happened back in the day. Guy wound up winning 3 Triple Crowns, which is tied for the most ever. And he was literally drunk the entire time. I mean, he probably has an episode on drunk history. I mean, this guy literally pitched drunk. Rogers Hornsby came out and said he'd rather have him pitch drunk than anyone else sober. This guy was literally just drinking all the time. He went to war. He was in 1918. He went to France and had a basically mustard gas shell that exploded near him. He had epilepsy, which caused him to drink even more. Came back in 1920, won the Triple Crown again. Also famous for playing against the Yankees when he was on the Cardinals. And this was years after this alcohol abuse. I mean, this is like late in his career. And he goes up and faces Tony Lazzeri with the bases loaded and basically wins the World Series for the Cardinals. And then later on, Ronald Reagan plays him in a movie. So he's the only guy in history that's basically named after a president and had a president play him. So, I mean, it's pretty phenomenal. And I hadn't really heard much about him until I pulled this card, because you hear about the Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig's, the Mickey Mantles, all this stuff. Guy Honus Wagner, Ty Cobb. Didn't really hear much about Grover Alexander, and it's fantastic. Fantastic story, and it was spurred by this card. It's cardboard. Cut auto. Died in 1950. So, craziness. Craziness. But anyways.
Got traded for old Pickles.
Pickles Dillhofer. So, Pickles Dillhofer. I want to know what Pickles Dillhofer looked like. We gotta get a picture. Did you pull him up? Well, yeah. What does he look like? Is he green?
He looks like an old baseball player.
Does he? The 3 fingers, mashed potato brown. Oh, yeah. Pickles Dillhofer. You probably don't say it that way, but anyways. All right, well, we got Guess That Price, the moment you guys have all been waiting for. Me and C-Rad are going to square off against each other in Guess That Price.
Came up. Came up.
The one constant through all the years, Ray.
The extended version.
Came up.
Scary Payton. Hey, MojoBreak.com. They just came up.
All right. Guess That Price time.
Love the slow jam
In the background.
It's just
All right, so what do we got first here, Dan? Who's going first?
okay. We're gonna go C-Rad.
All right. So we've got
C-Rad beat me, so we're gonna give him the home field advantage.
All right.
Actually, I think it's a disadvantage, but whatever. You're going first.
Do you want me to announce the card, or are you going to announce
I'll
the card?
announce it. It's a 1920 Panini Prizm Rookie Gold. Sensational signatures, 3 of 10.
So this sold.
Sold. And everything I have on here,
Take your guesses in the chat, guys.
everything I have on here is sold at auction with bids.
Okay. Got it. I'm ready. All right. I think the sensational gold.
Oh, I need a pen
Oh. I have one in here.
and a dummy.
I have one in here. A pen if you need one.
All right.
All right. You ready? C-Rad?
Yes. I am going to say $1,250. $1,250.
I'm going to go 1,900.
$600.
Jesus. Damn.
I knew it wasn't that high. That's why
Well,
kinda low.
a part of me, because I knew what the Cam Reddish sold for, so I was thinking,
I know I could just pick cards that are very confusing for people.
oh, I guess so. Damn it, dude. I was way
That's
high on
right.
that one.
You're way off.
Way
you
high.
got. I mean,
Jeff says 22K in the chat. Mike 1680. We were all off. Mike's long arm Mike just said 6.
you guys perfect. Yeah. You guys are crazy.
All right. Okay. What do we
All
got
right.
next?
It's Doug first.
1920 Prizm Zion Blue Prizm Refractor, number to 199 in a magnetic.
1750.
1750 for Doug.
$1,800.
1800 for C-Red. 2065. And that is
Damn it.
C-Rad again.
God damn it. Wow. He did win the basketball category. What do I expect here?
Oh, I'm doing all basketball. Oh, wait.
Let
no.
me tell you why I suck.
All right. 2018 National Treasures Lamar Jackson.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Numbered to 99 PSA 10 MVP.
Is it? Can we know when it's
Rookie
sold?
patch auto.
Rookie true RPA.
Can we know when it's sold?
It sold during this season between
Between 2010 and 2020.
no between September to now.
Okay, that's good enough. All right.
You want to phone a friend too, or
That patch is okay. It's not a bad patch. It's got a lot of colors in it, so I'm gonna say 7,500, Dan.
7,500. Doug.
7,400.
7,400. No, it's not. $10,788.88.
You want to throw it in now, Doug?
I
No,
mean,
I'm gonna make a
I
comeback.
think C-Rad's going for the shutout. I didn't get shut out. At least I got a couple.
No, you went over 3 to start it off. You
Yeah.
came back.
Well, yeah.
This is my comeback.
All right, next one. 2018 National Treasures Rookie Patch Auto. True RPA 88 and 99. BGS 9 5 of the 10 auto. That is Josiah Allen.
And how much did Lamar sell for again?
Over 10,000.
Alec. Okay.
You're looking at my. You see my prices?
No, I was calling you Alec Trebek.
No, you're looking over
I
here.
know, I
You
did
see
not
my.
see it.
You're
I
doing a
did
little
not see
peek.
it.
Little peek. I mean, little. I know. I desperate.
I don't play for the Astros.
He's
so.
he's desperate. He's desperate.
TJ, knock on the table twice if it's over. No. Let's see.
Knock on wood if you're with me, boys.
I'm gonna go 5,500.
5,500 for Doug.
All right, Josh Allen. This light work.
2018 NT patch auto.
This light
True
work,
RPA.
This light work right here. I'm gonna say 3,000.
Neither one of you guys really know sports cards. $1,351.
Let's go. I knew it was low.
And C-Rad got it again, but I mean,
Guys, I didn't
so basically what I
didn't eat my Wheaties today.
and I did this card specifically because I think the market is low on Josh Allen right now for 1,300, and I think it actually ended in November.
It's cheating, dude.
So
The dates are key. I want to redo. I want to recount. There's no dates on these things. It's not fair.
dates, it's all relevant. I said it's all current.
I mean, you could put a Baker Mayfield from last year and then compare it to this year. How am I going to know?
Dude, you sound like a whiny bitch.
I'm a sore sport, dude. What the hell, man? It's not fair. All right, let's end the show.
All right. Let's keep that shutout going. 2014 Bowman Chrome draft first Bowman. Non-auto superfractor. BGS 9.
Damn,
Michael Chavis.
This is my season. I feel like I could just throw up any number and it'd probably be closer.
Jeez, I'm playing like the Warriors right now, dude. God damn.
All right, this is who's this? Michael Chavis.
Michael Chavis.
Some Boston cat.
Doesn't matter. Just pull a number out of your ass. You're gonna beat me anyway.
Yep.
I'm gonna get it wrong again.
Yep.
Gee, Doug is that guy. Can't believe I'm gonna go hitless.
All right, I'm gonna say $9,119.
$9,000.
$119.
$9,119.
Yes.
I'm going 2,000.
2,000. Okay. $933.
I was gonna do something stupid and just go $1 under him, but I thought nah. All right, I got one. I'm on the board.
Now, that I think is a really good deal as well. He came out of the gate last year and was probably for a couple months was going to be the AL Rookie of the Year.
Dude, what's up with you baseball collectors? Y'all don't spend money on your cards or something?
It's hard to say.
$900?
It's hard to say his name. You don't know if it's Chavez or Chavis or Chavis.
We've determined it's Chavis.
Okay, Chavis.
All right. 2016 Bowman draft. First Bowman. Gold refractor, auto, BGS 9, Rookie of the Year, Pete Alonso.
Well, see, the problem here is as Dan's phone's a Samsung, it's probably got 2016 prices, so who even knows at this point what it could go for?
I could have left, but what's the point of leaving? You don't need to know that information.
Yeah, the date's pretty important.
Dude, you know a thing about a thing, right? You can figure it out.
All right, who's going on this one?
And I already told you guys,
Yeah,
it's all within the last 3 months. So that's all you need to know.
Well, baseball doesn't matter as much.
It's all within the last 3 months.
It's all within the last 4 years.
Not what I said at all. I said 3 months. Living the now.
We're gonna go 3,500.
3,500.
Hey, in the last one, did I say 9,000 or did I just say 9?
You said 9,000. You said 9,119.
I thought I said it. I thought I just said. 9.
I know. You should have just gone 9.
I want to talk to Sam.
I knew it was 9 in there.
So 3,500 for
All
Doug
right.
on this.
3,500 PD, huh? 3,500 for PD Gold, huh? I'll say 25.
2,550.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. I don't even watch baseball.
Jesus. What are people doing on eBay? This guy wins Rookie of the Year.
This is what I'm talking about, dude. Like baseball. Why y'all don't got money in baseball?
People don't like Pete Alonso, I guess.
Are baseball collectors broke right now?
No,
right.
because they're spending money on Adley Rushman.
Now, if C-Rad gets the next one, he's truly like the whisperer. Or he basically went back on my computer and went through like.
I think so. I think we got to check the cameras.
Because Doug, you can't not get this one.
Oh,
right?
really? Oh man, the way things have been going, yeah, I'm probably gonna get this one wrong too.
All right, 2019-20 Upper Deck Series 1 Jack Hughes Young Guns exclusive, number to 100. UD exclusive to 100. Now this is the rookie card you want to get when it comes to hockey.
The regular ones aren't numbered, right?
The regular ones are not numbered. This one is numbered to 100.
Okay, that's me, right? First.
And that is
Yep.
All right,
C-Rad.
close it out so I could go 7-1. I'm gonna say.
No, it would be 6-1. For those that are counting at home.
Who's counting?
I mean, it feels like it's 7-1, but
Dude, this is light work right here. I'm gonna say $400.
$400.
I'm gonna say it's 10 times the Young Gun price. We're gonna go 1,100.
See, sometimes when you just take a step back and think about it instead of just like spew out impulsive numbers, you could figure it out. $990
For the win.
All right.
For the win.
That's what's up.
Henry Rulinfurter. Rapping Boozer. Rosenbagger.
See, hockey boys got money. I don't know why baseball boys ain't got money right now.
I know, just a number to 100. Well, no, the baseball guys are going after the new booty, the new draft guys. That's what's going down. Well, anyways, that is it for the show. We've got some sold-out hockey breaks. It was a great segue into hockey.
Am I the champion of two seasons of season 2 now, or do I have to win no
we don't.
more?
No, we
Oh,
don't.
you guys have to do the loser bowl, and then you guys can play me.
That's
again.
right. Yeah, it's first. So next week would be me and Dan.
Yeah, you and Dan next week.
All right. We'll see. I'm spiraling down my career.
So Dan was the season 1 winner, and I'm about to be the season 2 winner.
I might be past my prime.
Well, I mean, at least I, attempted to try to beat you.
I was like Shaq on the Suns on that one. I'm at the end of my career. I ate a lot of cheeseburgers and don't know if I could pull it out. So, all right, let's see if I can pull out one more victory next week, guys. But we'll see you. Don't go anywhere. We got some breaks going down. But check out our Twitter at mojobreak_com. Same thing with Instagram. We also not only doing a video version of the show, we have an audio version on all your podcast networks. Thanks for bumping up those numbers, guys. We got a lot of new subscribers coming in. We got a lot of you guys telling us how you love the show. We appreciate that. That's why we keep doing it. Have a lot of fun doing it, as you can tell. And we'll see you guys next week on 118. Peace out.
And that's it. Thanks for watching this.